Students, so today we are going to discuss about the application of linear equations in solving these word problems. So in these questions, as I have already explained, I have shared a video also and I have explained in the live class also that first you have to understand what is given in the question, and accordingly you have to understand what you have to find out and then form the equation. So in the first question it is said that 1/3 is subtracted from a number. The difference is multiplied by 6 and the number obtained is 70. That means if I take any number and subtract 1/3, that means 1/3, and then multiply the difference by 6, then I get 70. That is what the question says. Okay, so 1/3 subtracted from a number, so let the number be x. So 1/3 is subtracted from it and this difference is multiplied by 6 and hence the number obtained now is 70. So 6 into x minus 1/3 equal to 70. Then I'll solve the equation. 6 I brought it here, so it gets divided. 235 is 2 3s are, so 35/3. Next step, I take minus 1/3 here, it becomes plus 1/3. Because it's like fraction, so directly I can add 35 plus 1, 36/3. 3 12 is 36, so the required number is 12. That means this particular x that I have considered is 12. So question number 2, there are two numbers in the ratio 2:3. So we have learned in the chapter ratio, whenever ratio is given we take it as twice x, thrice x, whatever is the ratio. So here I'll consider the two numbers as twice x and thrice x. So let the two numbers be twice x and thrice x. Now the question says when each of the two numbers is increased by 8, then the ratio becomes 3/4. That means both the numbers that I have considered twice x and thrice x, if I increase them by 8 means if I add 8 with them, then the new ratio that I'll get will become 3/4, 3:4. So ratio, as I said, as we know that it can be written in fractional form. So if I add 8 with both the ratios, with both the numbers, that is twice x plus 8 and thrice x plus 8, then the new ratio I'll get is 3:4, which can be written as 3/4. So the new ratio is 3/4. So now we'll go for cross multiplication. 3 into this, 4 into this, and already I have explained how to solve the equation like that. So first you will cross multiply, do the product, take the shifting, do the shifting and all, and you get x equal to 8. So what were the numbers? Twice x, thrice x. So put this value of 8 here and here. So 2 into 8 16, 3 into 8 24. The numbers are 16 and 24. Next question number 3 says that the sum of three consecutive multiples. Consecutive means one after another. Generally if I talk about natural numbers, it is 1 2 3 4. And how do we consider the consecutive numbers like that? Whenever 1 2 3 4 this type of consecutive numbers are there, say if I consider one of them to be x, the next one is taken x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 3, and so on. This is how the natural numbers are taken, consecutive natural numbers. But I am talking here about multiples of 3. So obviously I cannot take as x plus 1, x plus 2. As you know, multiples of 3, 3 1 is 3, 3 2 is 6, 3 3 is 9, 3 4 is 12, and so on. The number increases by 3. Every step the number increases by 3. So if I consider this one as a base number, the first number increases by 3, the second number increases by 3 plus 3, 6, the third number will increase by 3 plus 3 plus 3, that is 9. So in this way the number keeps on increasing. That means every time the multiple of 3 is getting added. So if I consider here, let the three consecutive multiples be, first will be x. Now because it's a multiple of 3, so after that we will add all the multiples of 3 one by one. So first 3 will be added, 3 1 is 3. Next multiple of 3 is 6, so 6. Now because only 3 numbers are required here, so I'll stop here. Say if one more number will be required here, then the next multiple will come, say x plus 9. So it is not required here, we need only 3 numbers. So these are the three consecutive multiples of 3. According to question, the sum of these three consecutive multiple is 45. That means x plus this equal to 45. So x plus x thrice x, 3 plus 6 9, 9 gets shifted, minus 36, so divide it 12. So first number I got 12, that is x equal to 12. Second number will be 12 plus 3 15, 12 plus 6 18. So the three consecutive multiples of 3 are 12, 15 and 18. Same way question number 4 also will be done. Here they have given multiples of 6, 4 consecutive multiples of 6. So if I consider first one to be x, the next one will be, because it's a multiple of 6, so x plus 6. Next multiple of 6 is 12, and one more required, so x plus 18. So 1 2 3 4 numbers taken. The sum of this 4 number is given. Same way you will form the equation like this, and then you will find out the answer. 5 and 6 I'm not doing right now because it will take some more time to explain, as I last year also got this sum but you found many problems. I saw many students were getting problem in this, so I'll make another video where I'll explain about this sum, about the 2-digit sum, okay, because it will require much explanation, so I'll not do it now. So I'm moving to number 7. 5 and 6 we'll do later. So the denominator of a fraction is 3 less than twice the numerator. So here they are talking about a fraction where the denominator is 3 less than twice the numerator. That means the denominator is compared to the numerator. So let me consider the numerator first. The numerator be x. Now the question says that the denominator is 3 less than twice the numerator. So what is twice the numerator? Twice x. From there 3 less, so minus 3. So hence the fraction will be numerator by denominator, that is x by this. Now the question says that if the numerator is increased by 1, that means if I add 1 to the numerator, only the numerator, then the fraction becomes 3 by 5. So according to question, if with this fraction if I add 1 in the numerator, the new fraction will be 3 by 5. So again you will go for cross multiplication. So after doing the cross multiplication, the calculations like this, and then we get x equal to 14. So taking this value of 14, if I put the value here in this fraction that I have considered, I'll get my fraction. That is, in place of x I'll put 14, and in place of twice x I'll write 2 into 14. So 2 into 14 minus 3, that is 28 minus 3, 25. So this is the required fraction. One more sum I have done. Number 8 is same as number 7, but in this case both numerator and denominator has been changed. In the numerator also numerator has been decreased by 2, that means minus 2, and the denominator is increased by 1. So you can try it. Say number 9, age question. Pulkit is 12 years older than Arav. 4 years ago Pulkit was 7 times as old as Arav. Find their present age. So presently whatever is the age of Arav, Pulkit is 12 years older, that means 12 years more. So let me consider the age of Arav because he is the smaller one. So let the present age of Arav be x, and according to question Pulkit is 12 years older, so Pulkit's age will be x plus 12 years more. Now 4 years ago, what will be their age 4 years ago? Before 4 years, obviously their age will be minus 4. Whatever is your age now, if I tell what is your age 2 years ago, what will you do? Minus 2. Similarly, I'll subtract 4 from each of their age. So 4 years ago Arav's age will be x minus 4, and 4 years ago Pulkit's age will be this minus 4, which is x plus 8. So according to question, the age that they had 4 years ago, in that case Pulkit's age was 7 times of Arav. So 7 times of Arav age is equal to Pulkit's age. So if I multiply and do the solution, so the answer comes 6. So I need to find the present age, not this age. These are the present age. So according to present age, x is the value for Arav. So present age of Arav is 6, and this value of x I'll put here. So x plus 12, that is 6 plus 12 is 18. So present age of Pulkit is 18. So these are the few sums for today. Next more types are there, those two-digit sum and the rest other sums we'll see later. So for now this much. I hope you can understand the maths from here and do the remaining sums. Only 5 and 6 I have not done now, we'll do it later. Thank you.